Counting collections are a simple and powerful way to build number sense in first grade. Students count a group of objects, organize the collection, record the total, and explain how they know their answer is correct. But without a clear routine, counting collections can become less meaningful math practice and more wire their counters under every table. In this video, I'm sharing a simple way to organize counting collections so students can practice counting accurately without creating classroom chaos. I'll also show you two free resources you can use to make the activity easier to implement. Let's begin. A counting collection is a group of objects that students count, organize, and represent. You can use counters, linking cubes, buttons, mini erasers, pom-poms, beads, or other small classroom materials. Students are not only trying to find the total, they are also practicing how to keep track of the objects, organize their counting, and connect the quantity to a written numeral. This is what makes counting collections more valuable than simply asking students to count out loud. At the beginning of first grade, start with collections within 10 or 20. Smaller collections allow students to focus on counting accurately without becoming overwhelmed. Place each collection in a small container bag or tray. Give students enough workspace to move and organize the objects as they count. Before students begin, model the entire routine so they know exactly what to do. Use the same steps every time. Touch it, move it, count it, check it, record it. First, students touch or move each object as they count it. Moving the objects helps students keep track of which ones have already been counted. Students might move the objects from one side of a tray to the other, place them in a line, organize them on a 10 frame, or make groups of 5 or 10. After counting, students check the total and record the numeral. You can also ask students to explain how they organized the collection and how they made sure every object was counted once. Keeping the routine consistent makes it easier for students to complete the activity independently. It can be helpful to model an unorganized counting strategy first. Count a scattered group of objects and accidentally count one object twice. Then reorganize the same collection and count it again. Ask students which strategy was easier to follow. How did organizing the objects help? What can we do when we lose track? This helps students understand that accurate counting is not only about saying the number words correctly, it also requires organization and careful tracking. You do not always need loose objects to practice counting collections. Picture based counting collections work well during math centers, morning work, intervention, small groups, independent practice, and even sub days. Students can still count carefully, record the total, and represent the quantity without needing a container full of materials. And nothing can roll under the desk or become part of an unexpected tower building project. You do not need to create completely different activities for every student. Keep the routine the same and change the quantity or level of support. For students who need support, use smaller collections, counting mats, 10 frames, or movable objects. You can also provide numeral choices after students finish counting. For students who are ready for a challenge, increase the size of the collection or ask them to organize the objects into groups of 5 or 10. Students can represent the number in multiple ways, write an equation, or determine how many more objects are needed to make 20. The math becomes more challenging, but the routine remains familiar. A recording sheet gives students a clear finishing point and helps you quickly check their understanding. Students can draw the collection, color base 10 blocks, represent the number on 10 frames, and record the tens and ones. They can also identify how they check their answer by counting again, moving each object, or making groups. This keeps students accountable while still giving them room to show their thinking. I created two free resources to help you bring counting collections into your classroom. The first is a counting collections recording sheet inside my first grade number sense starter library. Students draw the collection, represent the number with base 10 blocks and 10 frames, and record the tens and ones. The second is my free Counting to 20 digital and printable counting collections activity in my TPT store. Students count picture collections and record their answers. It includes a digital activity and printable task cards. You can use it during technology centers, independent practice, or a traditional math center. Both resources are linked in the description below. Counting collections do not have to create classroom chaos. Start with manageable quantities, teach students how to count and move each object, keep the routine predictable, and provide a clear way for students to record their thinking. With repeated practice, students will become more accurate, organized, and independent counters. Subscribe for more simple first grade number sense routines and low prep math activities.